I wish they wore the black.
We are live. I wish there were the black jerseys too. Welcome back. It's the West Coast Draft Podcast. It's Beau, it's Rob, it's Daniel, it's the boys. We're back. We're back. We've got NFL action to talk about. We have a dandy of a Thursday night
Oh
game
yeah,
to talk about
that
as
Thursday
well.
night game, and who knows how long?
Yeah,
Dude.
I'll say. I mean, I guess do you count week one?
That doesn't feel like that's not a Thursday game to me.
No, I mean it is, but it's also not. It's a little different. Um, no, I would agree. I'm trying to think. What have the Thursday night games been this year? Yeah, last week was close, but it was not fun to watch. It was just close.
That would
Week
suck.
two and three were blowouts. So yeah, no, I tend to agree. Yeah.
The NFC South always gives some pretty decent football.
Man, Falcons are
Or
like
crazy
two missed
football.
kicks from being 1-4.
There are also some bad calls away from being 4-1.
That's true. I
Young
really
Mike
am
Who
not.
is just that guy.
I'm not entirely sure what to make of them. I'm really not.
Well, I'll tell you this, they're 2-0 in their division right now, and they're on top of their division right now.
They are.
So if they can keep doing that, then they got a good shot at winning it.
Yep.
I think Atlanta's pretty good. I think there's some kinks they still need to work out over the year.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
right now they look like a 9-8 kind of team.
Yeah, and that can win in the AFC NFC South.
It absolutely can. Tampa, I feel like the team I can't really make out right now is Tampa.
Yeah.
Because one week they look like contenders and then they just get exposed a little bit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess that's kind of what happens when Baker's your QB. Although Baker played well.
No, it was not a Baker
Baker's had a
problem.
good season so
It was a
far.
defense problem. The defense is horrible. Both
Yeah,
defenses were horrible, to be clear.
yeah, the Bucks defense is they're a little inconsistent. Honestly, now that they've kind of played a few games, they might have got a little fortunate in that Detroit game. Because
Yeah.
remember the Lions went into the red zone 7 times and only
Oh
converted
yeah.
once. If that's the case, that's more of an offensive problem than the defense really doing anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know,
And
man.
then it was funny because I was texting this in the group chat. It's like, how did I miss Liam Cohen being the Bucks OC?
Where was he
Your
before?
guy?
Um, he was in Kentucky again last year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an interesting choice, huh?
Well, he's been a great OC both stints in Kentucky. He was quite bad in 22 for the Rams, but I don't think it was entirely his fault.
That Rams team was so beat up. It's hard to blame anything on that.
Who's the Rams' current OC?
That's a great question.
Is
They didn't
it
have one?
is it
No, they
Mike
haven't had
LaFleur?
one.
Here.
Mike LaFleur. Yep, good call.
Yeah, Michael Fleur.
There you go. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, boys. We'll talk about Atlanta, Tampa a little bit more when we get to that point. But first, we've got a full weekend of action to talk about. Including New York, Dallas, which we didn't talk about last week because we did the Wednesday pod.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Yeah.
Shout out Malik
so
Neighbors being a
Rip
Malik
Malik
Neighbors is
Neighbors.
so good, man.
Also, Rip. That was a
Yeah,
really brutal concussion.
it
yeah.
was.
What's his status looking like for this week? Do we know?
I don't think he's gonna play.
He's probably
He
not
is
going to.
he's coming off uh a mini bye with the Thursday night, but I after that hit, I'd be surprised if he plays this week.
Is he listed as questionable or anything? Or
I'm looking it up right
He
now.
hasn't been He didn't practice on Wednesday. I don't know about today,
I'm looking it up as we speak.
but I'd
Thursday injury
love
report.
to see a matchup against Tariq. That would be a fun
Yep.
matchup.
Yeah, still a DNP as of the Thursday injury report.
That makes me think he's probably not going to play,
Probably not. But I guess
which
we'll
is a
find out.
bummer. I would have loved to see him play against Tariq.
Um, yeah. New York could have won this game,
They
honestly. If
could
Daniel
have.
Jones had played any better, honestly, probably.
Can they cut him
Um,
after this year? Because man, he's so
I
bad.
think so. I think so. I want to say they can.
They're
Um,
gonna clean house, man.
Probably,
They kind of have to,
probably.
man.
It's over. It's
Kalen
over.
DeBoer. Oh, he'd hate being the Giants head coach.
Yeah. It's Dave Bolver.
Hey, Pulver.
What a shame.
For the
He lost.
Cowboys, hey, you're
He
two.
lost all the weight. He lost all the weight.
Yeah, it's a very, very uninspiring 2-2 record for Dallas right now. Both of their wins have come against dog shit teams. I'm ready to call the Browns dog shit, by the way. Will I regret that in a few weeks when the Bengals lose to them? No, because I know they're going to right now. So it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, no, the Cowboys are suck. The Cowboys suck, honestly. I'm ready to stick a fork in them. Which is funny because they won this game, but I'm sticking a fork in the Cowboys.
They fell off, man. They fell
Yeah,
off.
it's over.
Zimmer
It's
is
over.
not the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In hindsight, Dan Quinn was a pretty damn good DC for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really damn good DC for them.
And you know he's been a good coach in Washington too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I said it when the carousel was happening. I was like, I think Dan Quinn's a good coach, and I think he'll do. And I would have been fine with him being the Seahawks coach.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like really inspired like I eventually became after McDonald hired all his staff. It was like when I was like, damn, this is really interesting staff. I probably never would have felt like that, but I've been like, he's going to be a solid coach. People were hating on him so much because of the spotlight on that you get on Dallas and because 28-3. Dan Quinn's a good coach.
Yeah. Well, and the Packers playoff meltdown fiasco. That was tough.
I mean, did did he throw those picks?
I
I was
don't
gonna
even think
say
they necessarily played a
like that game
terrible
was
game.
more, I think, on Mike McCarthy just being Mike McCarthy, who, by the way, has never
Mhm.
been a good coach. I don't care that he won that Super Bowl in Green Bay all the way 15 years ago. Was not a good coach in Green Bay. Still not a good coach in Dallas.
He blew. How do you blow that Seahawks NFC Championship?
Because here's the thing: is that era of the Packers guys, like the early 2010s, they had a really fucking good offense on paper. Aaron Rodgers was surgical. They had like 5 receivers that could have been wide
And a
receiver
good O line. And a good
on
O
certain
line.
teams. They had a good O line. They had pretty good running backs. They had really good tight ends. This team had the full package offensively, and still just like you said, couldn't break through Seattle. Just fucking threw that game away. They couldn't even beat the Giants in 2011. That was the year they went 15-1.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Eli just dotted them up in the divisional round. 2012, they were inconsistent. 2013, Rodgers got injured, and it took him beating the Bears to make the playoffs that year.
What's so funny? He like admitted to lying to Jerry during the hiring process, and he still hasn't been fired. Like, hey, I'll give this to Jerry. He's been pretty patient.
He's been patient, but at what cost, man? This
Oh, I
man
know,
has
I
done
know.
absolutely nothing over the
I mean, he's
offseason.
trying to be like the Steelers, being patient with their coaches, but like also the Steelers consistently hire amazing coaches. He
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
hired Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy back to back and has given them like 15 years.
You know what? I got a bit of a hot take. There is an
Yeah.
argument to be made for Jason Garrett not being as bad as Mike
Mm,
McCarthy. And I say that because Mike McCarthy's had better Dallas teams than Jason Garrett has.
okay.
Jason Garrett's best teams were Tony Romo led offenses who were good, but they never had anywhere near the defensive talent that the
Yeah.
recent years of the Cowboys have had.
Yeah,
Which is
I
why
mean
like this era of the Cowboys,
they
they can win
only
like
really had like DeMarcus Ware and Tank Lawrence.
pretty much.
No,
Did Brandon
that's a
Carr
good
good for a
point.
year?
That's a good point.
That's
And
like
like some of those mid 2010 like that DeMarco Murray, Des Bryant, Tony Romo team, that was a good team.
they were good. Yeah, I remember for every year they'd make the playoffs, like they'd have 2 years of finishing 8-8 though.
Yeah.
It's because they couldn't defend anything.
However, Jason Garrett is so dull, like especially on
He is
broadcasts. Oh my
he
God,
is
it's so bad.
he is bad.
He literally only gets to be on broadcast because he coached the Cowboys. By the way, did you like that? I when I saw that AI ref penalty one, I knew you were gonna love that one.
Which one? Wait, which one?
It was in the Instagram, and it's like an AI ref, and
I
it's
know what
Oh.
you're
like
talking. Yeah, that shit was gold, dude.
personal foul, glazing, Chris Collinsworth.
Onsworth's like, what the fuck? Why am I getting flagged?
It's really funny.
That's good. That's good.
It was really good.
You gotta check the meme chat every now and then.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Man,
some
my Instagram is like broken. It doesn't notify me, so I forget I even have it half the time.
All right, bust this one out. I want to see your live reaction to that one.
All right, hold on 1 second. After I fix one thing.
You don't have to get it up here. Just have it on your phone.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna check. Okay.
Because I think it might be my favorite AI one ever. Except maybe some of the LeBron ones.
Let's see. When did you send it? Man, you sent a lot of stuff in here that I haven't seen.
Today.
Oh, here we go.
Latest one.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
Commentator Chris Collinsworth. Excessive blazing on the home
What the fuck I do?
Excessive glazing.
That's good. That's good. That is good. That was worth it. That was worth opening up my my Instagram feed for the first time in like a week and a half. Thank you for that. I love that.
Daniel's a menace with those AI videos. They're great.
There's this
Well,
one
there you
AI
go.
meme account that I religiously follow on Instagram. Like every day I'll go in and see because they do like every sport, not just NFL. But the NFL ones in there are pretty golden. Like there was one with like Sam Darnold who was talking about how he's like the best quarterback in the league and that he owns the Packers and all that shit.
The fact that there's AI of Sam Darnold is in the year of our Lord 2024 is so funny.
It's not even hard to make. I feel like there's an AI for everyone nowadays.
Yeah. NFL does have the best memes. I think we've mentioned this before, but NFL meme season is quite good.
Oh yeah,
I would
Yeah.
agree.
boys. I got a little something here in a few minutes, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Put together live here on the spot because I got some call outs to make, but we'll wait on that. New Orleans, Atlanta. You know when I got call outs, I got call outs. New Orleans, Atlanta. First of the Atlanta wins that we're gonna be discussing here. Atlanta hung on, almost blew this game. In fact, they really did blow this game. But Young Wei Koo
came
Young
in
Wei Koo.
clutch.
This actually I saw tonight. I didn't see this after this game, but there's a funny tweet that was like my old girl lame, but my
Oh yeah,
young wait young
Young Hoku.
Young Hoku.
That's what Twitter was made for, man.
Yeah, stuff like that. That was good. I laughed at that when I saw that. I was like, you know what?
That's some
That's
wild
good.
shit.
That's good. On the New Orleans side, they've now lost 2 in a row. They're starting to fall back down to earth. Yeah, the 2021 Panthers.
They're
Fool's
they're
gold.
they're literally pulling out the old like 2018 Fangio stuff against them. 6-1 defenses.
Yeah, man, it's tough because they really should have won that Philly game.
They probably should have won this one.
And they should have won this one. They should be 4-0, honestly. But they're not. They're 2-2.
Honestly, here's
And
what New Orleans should probably do: fire Dennis Allen and promote Clint Kubiak. Fire the defensive head coach and keep the OC. Honestly, probably what the Falcons should have done with them and Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's
learn from your division mate mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Except Dennis Allen is much worse than Dan Quinn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't lose Clint Kubiak because you want to tie yourself to Dennis Allen. If anything, like we talked about, did the Saints not tanking this year, if they end up keeping Dennis Allen, might end up coming back to kill him. Actually, another team that this kind of reminds me of that not necessarily, but that did fire their head coach actually. And it worked out for the better for them. Was the 2018 Bengals, who started off super hot on offense, really bad on defense, started the season 3-1, so actually better than the Saints have started. Got to 5-2 at one point. We're looking like a playoff lock. And then finished 6-10. Fired Marvin Lewis, and a couple of years later they're in the Super Bowl. But I don't want to talk about the things that happened in between. Anyways,
Who was their OC that year?
that was Bill Lazor.
Wow, that's a name
man.
you haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
What's Bill Lazor up to nowadays? I'm actually not sure. I think he's a QB coach somewhere.
Did
if
you
I
have
had to guess.
did you have a laser motion in your playbook in high school?
Not that I'm aware of. Bill Lazor is American. He is a senior offensive assistant for the Texans.
People always call rocket toss, no matter what, they call it rocket toss. No. If rocket toss is going to the left, that's laser toss.
Yeah, that's true.
Rocket is the motion, not the play. Well, actually, technically, if it's going to the right, it's rocket toss because it's the left back
right.
motioning.
Yeah. So, I honestly forgot a lot of the terminology we used in high school at this
Those
point.
are the
It's been a
two I
while.
remember. Those are the two.
It's been a while.
Because you run that play all the time.
Ever run Spider 2Y Banana?
No, we didn't have any I. I remember at Seahawks practice, I saw them run Spider 2Y Banana with Bobo at the fullback, and it worked.
There you go.
Spider 2Y Banana is something they figured out 50 years ago. Like, oh, hey, this works. And it still does.
Hey man. Gruden knows it. Gruden knows it.
Well, I mean, you know who invented it?
What's that?
Gruden didn't invent it.
No, I know. I'm just saying Gruden, but Gruden.
I don't
made
even
it
know
like
who
a
invented
big
that
thing.
because that's definitely. I don't think that's a Walsh. I don't think Walsh invented that.
I did. Fun fact.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So
What are you
collecting
doing
checks on
teaching
it.
kids? You should be in the NFL. You should be coaching your Bengals.
I can't wait for new QB camp videos.
Actually, the Bengals don't need any offensive coaching right now.
I wonder
We'll talk about that.
I wonder if quarterbacks would even draft eligible quarterbacks would even go to that with how tainted Gruden is. But I want QB camp, man.
I think they would. I think a lot of people in the NFL. I think they respect him. I think for obvious reasons they're like, yeah, he probably should have. He should have lost his job and he shouldn't have said those things. But I don't think they don't respect him as a football mind.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
So
I love Gruden. Monday Night Football hasn't had good commentators since Gruden left.
Gosh, the Mike Tirico John Gruden combo was elite, man.
Oh, man.
So good. I actually don't hate I do not hate Joe Buck, Troy Aikman as a combo. I know a lot of NFC fans, especially, probably do. I think they've been better on Monday night than they have been getting better. I think they've been a better Monday night combo than they were a Fox combo.
I agree, honestly. I agree. Because they're not always on the Cowboys or Packers.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
No, I agree with that a lot, actually. But I remember the Gruden grinder. Do you guys remember that? That was good.
I do remember the Gruden grinder was fun, man. I love the Gruden grinder.
And you'd have Come On Man and you got mossed.
Yeah,
Whatever happened to that, man?
The first Monday night booth after Tirico, and I'm really glad Tirico's the main NBC guy now because he's awesome. The first Monday night booth, the Monday night booth between Tirico and Gruden and Buck and Aikman were rough, man. They were.
I don't know why they kept trying to give us Booker.
Yeah, no. I don't know why they're still trying to give us Booger. They're still forcing them down our throats during the draft and stuff. And it's like,
my God, what dirt does he have on them, man? Do you remember when the Booger Mobile would obstruct really expensive seats?
Mm-hmm.
That was so funny.
Yeah. NBC's been pretty steady. They've had Collinsworth forever, and they just went from Michaels to Tirico, which not a bad move, actually.
Not a good segue. Or
What's
bad,
that?
bad, not a bad
No,
segue.
very good segue, actually, in my opinion.
I said not a bad segue.
Yeah.
At first, I said not a good segue.
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I just wanted to highlight it. Jim Nance, I know now we're just breaking down all the different booths. Jim Nance at CBS is iconic. I'm sorry. Jim Nance might be he's not my favorite play-by-play guy, but he's up there. He is legendary. Not just for the NFL, but for the Masters and
Oh,
for March Madness as well. Legendary play-by-play guy. The
Kevin
fact that he's
Harlan.
stuck with Tony Romo is tough.
Kevin
Kevin
Harlan is
Harlan.
the best on CBS, in my
I
opinion.
love Kevin Harlan.
You know what I noticed about Harlan the last couple seasons? He commentates a lot of Dolphins games.
He does.
He does. Yeah.
Like I feel like I hear
I
Mike
still
McDaniel's
like
name
Tony
in his
Romo.
voice now.
I still like Tony Romo. I know people have really soured on him. I still love Romo's.
I think
I don't know, Jim.
if you're a Chiefs hater, or you've probably soured on him.
That's
Anyone
fair.
else, I understand why they'd still like him, but Chiefs
That's fair.
haters, we've soured on him.
That's very fair. He does glaze Mahomes a lot.
Wow, Patrick Mahomes is he's so good, guys.
I mean, he's not
Did a
wrong.
really good job throwing it
but
away.
it gets a
on
little
9 10.
repetitive.
I don't know, man. This year,
Mahomes, I want more Gus Johnson. Some people hate him. I love Gus Johnson, man.
I there was I don't remember exactly what the
I feel like Gus Johnson back in the day was always doing AFC South games.
Gus Johnson really only does college games now. He doesn't really do any.
And
NFL
Gus
games
Johnson
anymore.
has fallen off because he always tries to do the nicknames now because he hit big a couple times. Now he always does that. But I always love one of my favorite games to watch back is that 2017 Will Greer going into Texas and beating them. He is awesome on that call.
Right.
Seahawks 4th-round receiver Gary Jennings got the game winner.
There you go.
No, guys, we need more Chris Myers in our lives.
What? Oh, I just remembered the only one we're Herb Street and Michael. I don't know. Herb Street and Michaels are a weird combo to me. I like them both on their own, but they're just like they're a weird combo to me. And then there's Burkhardt and Brady.
You know what group I like a lot on Fox?
What's
This is kind of like their C or D team, but I actually really like it. I love Kugler and Sanchez.
Yeah.
That was not bad. But
I like that better than Olsen and what's his name?
Olsen, no, man. Olsen's good, man.
I don't like Olsen.
What? You're forgetting Chris Myers.
I always forget Jay Feely.
Oh, Jay Feely hates the Seahawks, man. Yeah.
I always forget Jay Feely's on like even a they got Greg Olsen with Jason Benetti now. Man, that's tough.
I mean, Jay Feely hates the Seahawks because he missed like a 20-yarder game winner in like 2011 in Seattle.
You know who's an underrated play-by-play guy on Fox is Daryl Johnston.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Oh, let's go. Kevin Harlan's doing the Ravens-Bengals game this Sunday.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, you got a good one.
That's sick. That's sick. Iron Eagle is also great at
Iron Eagle is great.
as well.
Oh, he put him in the spin move or whatever.
I don't talk about that. Iron Eagle and Charles State. Honestly, CBS, their combos like
CBS has the better combos.
Their main Jim Nance and Tony Romo is obviously the main one, but Iron Eagle and Charles Davis, great combo. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, great combo. Spiro Ditas, Adam Archuleta, underrated combo.
Ditas is good, man. I like him.
I like Spiro Ditas.
Honestly, Kevin Harlan would be the number one for Fox.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not sure how he hasn't been hired away. I don't know why he's just content to be CBS's number 3.
I'm saying, bro, poor man just commentates Miami games.
Right. Yeah,
Everyone loves Kevin Harlan because of I'm calling both plays.
Yeah, Iron Eagle's their number 2, so Harlan's their 3. How is Kevin Harlan their 3 when he'd probably be the 1 at Fox? That's crazy. Iron Eagle would too, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fox.
Well, they don't want to work with an overrated bad commentator.
Tom Brady.
Or a color guy.
Lest we forget Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma, who only pretty much commentate Giants games.
Jonathan.
I
Vilma's
hate
so
that
bad,
Jonathan
man.
Vilma has a job doing games.
Jonathan Vilma's a horrible commentator.
He's a bad commentator and a bad dude.
Yeah. Feel bad for Greg Olson, man. Except for Jason Benetti. Let's watch Browns Commanders this weekend. Poor guy. Actually, you know what? You guys watch Commanders. That's
Well,
actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else? Okay. Wait, what game were we on? Oh yeah, LA Chicago. Next step here. We just went on a whole commentary track. Commentary track about
It
commentary.
was worth it, man. What
there
else
you
is there to
go.
talk about this Rams Bears game besides the Bears have a good defense? The Rams are beat up. Whoop-de-doo.
And
Caleb-
Bears fans
Caleb
still hate
Williams.
Shane Waldron. They want him
Still
fired.
hate
man.
They
Shane
do,
Waldron.
but hey, Caleb Williams won a game.
Yes, he did.
Good for
And
him.
they covered. And they covered. They broke the take the better quarterback with points. Because
They can
Stafford did
celebrate.
outplay Caleb Williams in this game, but it didn't matter.
I feel like
They
the
can
Rams
celebrate having the
are
same
like
record as Green Bay.
I feel like the Rams are like a coin flip of are they going to be horrible or are they going to be able to win?
Yeah, or 1-3.
No in between.
So 1-3.
Speaking of 1-3 teams, actually no 0-4 teams. We'll get to them, but where does Jacksonville?
There's only one.
Jacksonville is selling.
Yeah. There's only one 0-4 team, so we all know who you're talking about. Minnesota, Green Bay. Daniel,
Minnesota
you want to
almost
talk
blew
about
us.
this one? They did
Dude,
almost
Kevin
blow
Harlan
us.
was actually on this Vikings-Packers game.
Oh, yeah?
It was pretty solid. I didn't actually wake up till halftime, but when I woke up and I saw the score, I saw Minnesota was up 28-7, and I was like, what the fuck? How'd they get up so much?
MVP Sam Darnold.
Dude,
Dude,
they're
and
up 28-0 at halftime, I think.
He's having a case.
it was
beat him
7.
here.
No, because the Vikings, it was 28-0, but then
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Jordan
Yeah,
Howard
it's
muffed
28-0, and then, yeah, never mind. Yep.
Yeah. Dude, and then the second half was so stupid. Like, of course, Green Bay makes a comeback because it's the fucking Packers and they just get so lucky every goddamn game they play. And of course, they were like converting all their 2-point conversions and just like beating the Packers, right? But the Packers had like 5 turnovers this game, like 2 missed kicks. The fact the Vikings only won by 2, I mean, that's the most Viking shit I've ever seen in my life, guys. Only win by 2 despite having a turnover advantage of like +5. Effectively +7 because of the missed kicks. And the Packers still come back and make it a respectable score.
Jordan Love's 0-2. And goddamn.
Yeah,
Brian
Jordan Love threw
Flores-
4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, peak Brett Favre, and the dude even wore a Favre jersey before the game.
What team needs to fix their defense? Because
In this game?
a team in the NFL that would hire.
I got an
Brian
idea.
Flores. Who? We've talked about this already. Would you want Brian Flores as your head coach, though?
No.
No.
I don't
Honestly,
think
Green
Taylor
Bay
gets
can fix their
fired.
defense.
And I don't know if he should be fired at this
Kalen
point. They just
DeBoer?
need to figure out their defense. Yeah.
Kalen
Yeah.
DeBoer would love Burrow.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that his offense would work good with their pieces too.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
And he can live in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, that's right. And he loves his 2 tight end sets, and he's got Eric All and Drew Sample for the next 4 years.
He gets to try Skyline Chili, too.
And he gets to throw Micah Sick
I bet
in there. Hey,
I bet he loves Skyline Chili.
hey man. Hey man. So
Whoa,
he
you
knows,
could put chili on spaghetti.
hey, he knows his offense and he knows his chili. I don't know what else he knows, but he knows those 2 things. He needs to find a better DC than Chuck Morrell or what's his name?
Ken Womack is a good DC.
Kane Wilmer. Yeah, but he's not an NFL DC.
He runs. Oh no, he wouldn't bring any of those guys. He's cold blooded, but he runs some of the best cross dogs in college football. I've been saying that for a couple of years. He runs some really fun cross dogs.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining a scenario where like Kalen DeBoer actually becomes the Bengals coach, and then I check Twitter one day and it's like breaking news: Bengals fired Chuck Morrell as defense coordinator. I'm tossing. Not only am I throwing my phone across the room, I might send that shit into the stratosphere. You might never hear from me.
I mean,
again.
he was going to get demoted anyway. So I mean,
Yeah, as he should have been.
it was supposedly Kane Womack or what's his name, the former Indiana coach, but he's now the Penn State DC. We're gonna
Allen. What's his
Tom Allen.
Tom Allen, yeah, Tom Allen. Almost said Tim Allen. Buzz Lightyear.
Yes. No need for
Uh,
soundboard.
Let's see. Next up here, Pittsburgh. I like how we don't even segue anymore. We're just into the next one. Pittsburgh, Indy. Um, Pittsburgh has a loss. Let's go. And it was to the Colts. And even better, it was to Joe Flacco. Of
I
course, Joe
know.
Flacco beat the Steelers. It was always meant to be.
That was
Honestly,
so
we
funny.
need to have an honest conversation about the Colts being much better with Joe Flacco than they are with Anthony Richardson. Just like the Browns were last
See,
year.
the Colts made a smart choice where the Dolphins made a poor choice. The Colts hedged their bet with their injury-prone quarterback, whereas the Dolphins did not.
Yeah, the Dolphins got one healthy year at Tua, and we're like, yeah, we don't need to worry about this anymore.
Skylar Thompson's fine.
Granted, the Bengals did the same thing, but at least Jake Browning turned out to be pretty good. Yeah. Sometimes you got to bring in a good
Broncos
insurance.
Jets game, boys.
Oh man, you know what? And
Oh,
while this game was happening, I was thinking like I wish there was a way where we could travel back in time and know which game ended up being the worst every week. Because if there was, we would have made this your punishment, Daniel.
Or
this would have been hilarious.
Or you can.
I don't know, man. The Raiders game was pretty rough.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one.
It was a pretty bad game, man.
Yeah.
Or we could make them watch a replay of last week's worst game.
Oh
no, I like the chance to it.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta predict what the worst game is gonna be. So okay, I respect that.
That was the worst game of the week. Bo Nix
so
for
minus 7 yards after the first half.
Right. Oh gosh, man. Finish with 60 yards total. Still won.
Hey, that's man. A really good defense, false starts.
Man. Hey, you know what?
Perhaps I was too harsh on you.
Yeah. And you know what? Rob Saleh deserves that for attempting a 50-something yard field goal in like a torrential downpour to win the game. Like, come on, don't be stupid.
Aaron Rodgers was so pissed, man.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, yeah. And rightfully so, too. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is getting a coup to make his guy the head coach.
Nathaniel
Hackett.
Honestly, I don't look at the Jets' upcoming schedule
and watch him
Does
have
Rob
a good...
Saleh survive much longer.
And
Vikings,
have
Bill.
Good...
Oh wow, they could lose the next 3. They could be 2-5 here in a few weeks. Does Rob Saleh survive that?
Where's their bye?
Their bye. Let's see. 10-6, 10-14, 10-20, 10-27, 10-31. Looks like their bye is no, it's not this week because that's a Thursday night game. 11-10, 11. They have a late bye. Their bye is like Thanksgiving week.
Damn.
I don't think Rob Saleh survives 2-5. He could beat the Patriots, but then he probably loses to the Texans again. So then they're
probably
what 3-6 at best.
Too.
3-6, yeah. So let's say 3-7.
And
then they got Sunday night football. They could okay. Call if they lose this Sunday night football game and fall to 3-8. There's no way Rob Saleh still has a job at that point because they have a bye, and then they go to Seahawks, or they host the Seahawks.
They're gonna strand him in the desert.
Yeah.
Mafia
if they lose the Cardinals, they should fire him, but they might give him one more game against the Colts, and then if they lose that, they're maybe 3-8.
And then Nathaniel Hackett has a strong end of the season. They hire him as head coach.
And the Jets become Aaron Rodgers' entourage. They'll trade for Devontae Adams too, guys.
They probably already are going to. They're probably already going to.
It just becomes the New York Rodgers.
What about the Saints?
I think it's going to be the Jets of the Saints. Because Devontae supposedly is being allowed to pick his destination. He only wants to play at the 2 quarterbacks he's already played with. Carr and Rodgers.
Guys. Yeah.
You know, it's going to be called the New York Rodgers, and instead of training camp, Aaron Rodgers is going to take him out on ayahuasca retreats. For off-season prep.
They go to Egypt during OTAs, and Nathaniel Hackett's just like on his own, like, where is everyone?
No, he joins them. He goes with them.
Oh, he's with them too. They do OTAs in Egypt. He does OTAs doing ayahuasca in Egypt.
Everyone except Garrett Wilson goes.
Everyone except Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, then Aaron Rodgers comes back and he's like, "Hey, Nate, I know what'll make you a better coach. ever had some perk?
Jeez, man. Jeez.
Did you know the interview that he gave with Joe Rogan a little bit ago, talking about how he would take Percocet before the game? Like,
They get they get their half they you know how like especially during training camp a lot of times they'll have like guest speakers come in and stuff to like motivate the
Oh,
team because you know those
yeah.
days can get long.
one year the
They
Seahawks, Pete Carroll brought in Jordan Peterson. I am not kidding. This actually happened.
I was gonna say he's gonna have Joe Rogan come in or RFK come in and just like a list of people. Jordan Peterson would probably come in too. Just like a laundry list of the people whose Aaron Rodgers books he's read recently.
God,
Oh my
man.
god! And this was like before Jordan Peterson got huge too. Look up Pete Carroll, Jordan Peterson. I want to see what year this happened.
You know what's funny though is Aaron Rodgers, I think, would be the one player to actually try and do this.
Oh
I
yeah.
could totally see it, man.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here we go. Motivational speaker Pete Carroll or Jordan Peterson meets with May 2018. Here it is. Here it is. There's a Twitter event for it.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
That one was bad. That one was bad.
Oh, you know what's
What's his
crazy?
name?
That's
Andrew
like
Tate.
the-
Andrew Tate. He'd probably be
Oh,
on the list of
no.
folks that Rodgers would bring in.
Bringing in RFK to speak with his weird voice.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Is there anyone else?
I once dumped a bear carcass in NYC, and you guys gotta dump these bears this weekend.
Bro, honestly, I'd put $1 on Aaron Rodgers somehow getting Andrew Tate to do a speech.
I don't know if he's a Tate guy.
You know what's funny? Hey, and you know what's funny? If Andrew Tate didn't have the goatee, he could probably do a pretty convincing Rob Sala impersonation.
Bro, breaking news. The New York Jets have hired Andrew Tate to be their head coach. He's getting RFK as the defensive coordinator.
Joe Rogan is OC. That's when you know Aaron Rodgers is really controlling the Jets.
Bro, at that point, Woody Johnson might as well just change the name of the team. Yeah, the name of the team.
I mean, I bet Woody Johnson would like that because you know what Woody Johnson?
Yeah, he
doing
was in the
until-
Trump ad, man.
He was the ambassador to the UK under
Yeah.
Trump.
Bro, okay. New York Rodgers, it is, boys.
in New York. That might be my all-time favorite sidetrack on the sidetrack.
It's
podcast.
a really good
Andrew
one.
Tate is the Jets head coach, bro.
Would they hire Tater?
Garrett,
as
where's
their
your
OC?
Bugatti?
Tater.
Tater is their OC or QB coach.
Yeah.
Tater was the QB coach for like 10 years under Pete Carroll.
Oh man.
What's next? Oh, Denver thoughts here. Good job. You played Robert Saleh. Okay. You
It's
won.
like stealing candy from a baby.
Right. Eagles Bucks.
Speaking of stealing candy
is
from a
Saleh
baby,
gonna- Saleh's gonna
Todd
be
Bowles
the
stole
Niners
Nick
OC.
Sirianni's entire pantry in
You
this
mean
one,
DC?
bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, Sirianni. Gosh, every single day we draw closer and closer to Nick Sirianni no longer being the head
That's
coach
gonna
of the
be such a
Philadelphia
fun
Eagles.
day.
Yeah. He's such a fraud, bro. And he can't play his coordinators this year because he got to handpick Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio,
I could
who
be a
were
better
like
head
the
coach
top
than
coordinators on the market at both spots. He got both of them, and they still suck.
I could be a better head coach than Nick Sirianni.
Nick Sirianni is trash, man. And you know what's funny is he's just and I don't feel bad for him. Now, and granted, I don't feel bad for really any of these guys because they're multi-million or many multi-millionaires. At the same time, he's such a prick that I'm like, yeah, good. Fuck you.
That's what happens when you put Italians in charge of things.
Lest we forget that Jalen Hurts has been having a kind of a rough season at this point.
Yeah. No,
Like the
no,
whole
for sure. It's not
Nowhere
all.
near
It's
what he
not
was
all.
in that Super
the
Bowl
whole
year.
security consultant bullshit is so stupid. And like the having the Italian flag on his hat and stuff. It's like, oh my God, it's so annoying. At this point, hire big AJ to be head coach.
AJ and get Big Justice to be the OC. Get the Rizzler to be DC.
Rizzler.
Wait, did you see the Rizzler the mixtape or whatever?
I did. It's not
That
very
was so
good.
good. It was so good.
Yo, what if Philly hires?
I got pulled up. I'm sorry, I got
Head
pulled up.
coach?
I got pulled up.
Share audio, share audio.
I will. This is some of the best thing Twitter's ever created. Well, I guess it was TikTok, but
Guys, how can we forget about Baby Gronk?
Baby
he's
Gronk is-
dead now. He's
Yeah,
lame
bummer.
compared to the Rizzler.
No one cares about him anymore. It's all
Rizzler would kick Baby Gronk's ass.
Oh yeah.
Head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Livy Dunn.
Hey, they're both here. Oh, here he is. Here we go. Just drop the feature. Barstool Sports. Just drop the feature of the century. Let's go. All right, here we go. Share audio. Here we go. All right.
You know me as the Rizzler, I'm the Panther dressed in black. Once I give your girl the wrist face, there's no chance she's coming back. I hang with AJ and Big Justice, bring the boom, you know it's on. We're like the 3 evolutions of Pokemon. I'm cousin. You know me as the Rizzler.
Cousin Angelo does not deserve to be in this song.
The 3 evolutions of Pokemon is such a bar. That
The
is
Ghost
so
Rider
good.
did pretty good.
The Ghost Rider did amazing with that one. And it's so true, too.
Like
When I give your girl the wrist face, there's no chance she's coming back. And it was
like Cousin Angelo is like the biggest coattail rider in the planet. Who gives a fuck about Cousin Angelo?
no, I don't even know Cousin Angelo.
I like-
is.
I like- I like
only care
Mother-
about the big 3.
I like Mother of Big Justice better than Cousin Angelo.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I really only follow the big 3.
Me too.
AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler. They're my guys.
There's
the other
another
ones.
there's another Instagram video I sent the other day that you'll like. You can it doesn't we don't have to play it now or anything, but I want you to watch it later. You'll like it a lot. I think it's like the second or third one.
Very good. I like how we're already like when we wait, hold on, going to the draft, the picks board. So when we get to January and we're doing the head coach predictions for next year, it's like New York Jets, Andrew Tate, Philadelphia Eagles, AJ.
Yes, keep that. Keep that.
God.
This is so bad.
Who's next? Who's another team that needs a new head coach?
Raiders.
Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
Cowboys,
Dallas
Raiders.
Cowboy. Dallas Cowboys is Bill Belichick. We all know that one.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Let's go Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis. I like it. I like it. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Livy Dunn.
Livy
Yeah.
Dunn. There you go. First female head coach in NFL history. Good for
Congrats,
her.
Livy.
Congrats, Livy. You're making history. It's so dumb. Trying to think. Any
Bengals
other?
might be
Any other?
looking for a new coach.
Oh,
Who's that?
Jaguars.
Oh, Jaguars. Kalen.
Yeah, that was Kalen DeBoer.
Kalen. Or.
Cincinnati Bengals, Beau Gleason.
Oh yeah. No, they've already offered me the job, so I just
Nice.
haven't announced it yet that I'm gonna be accepting. Don't tell anyone. Shit, this is our most viewed stream ever. Dang it.
Panthers.
Detroit Lions OC.
Tanner Inkstrand.
Yeah, that's actually true.
I was
We
gonna say
gotta go.
Rob Jokinen, bro. I want him to be our OC if Ben Johnson leaves.
We gotta go Panthers here too.
We need
Panthers
Oh, yeah,
hire
yeah.
David Tepper as head coach. First ever owner coach.
he
Actually,
would
no, that's
hire
not
himself,
true.
man.
I think
He
Paul
would
Brown
hire
was owner
himself.
coach.
Hey, not the first ever owner coach, Paul Brown.
That's
for the
I just
Bengals
said
was-
that. I just said that.
Ah, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, if Canales gets fired, yeah, I can see this happening.
Okay. What's
Did you ever end up seeing that video of Dave Canales' reaction to David Tepper's wife talking about the players she likes in the draft?
Oh yeah, yeah.
portal?
Oh, I did see it. He
That
was just like
so bad.
he just
He's
kind of
like,
looked at her and he was just like he just looked back down at his phone, like just not paying
it's like,
attention.
why the hell did I take this job?
New York Giants,
Um,
Kenny Albert.
he knows them well.
does.
On the Bucks side, I mean, this is kind of what we were touching on earlier. The Bucks will have like an amazing game, and then they'll drop a dud. I don't think they dropped a dud tonight or anything like that. It was just defense didn't show up. So
Yeah. Todd Bowles just isn't an elite coach.
He's good, man.
all right.
He
Is it
isn't
time?
elite
It's time
coach,
for
though.
the Bengals.
It's time for the Bengals. Not an angry Beau rant this week.
Let's go.
For once. We did not lose to Andy Dalton. Thank the fucking Lord. I don't know how to feel because it's conflicting. It's conflicting emotions. It's conflicting emotions. So, you see, I'm glad they won. The offense still looks really good. And I've got some numbers I'm going to pull up a little bit later to show you something. But I'm not going to maybe I'll pull them up in a second. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it here in a second, actually. I'll do it in this segment. Offense looks great. Burrow's playing great. Receivers are playing great. They've got great tight end usage, probably the best tight end usage they've had since Zach Taylor's been here. They got a really good 3 tight end tandem in Gesicki, Sample, and all of them, pun intended, are contributing. Running back to Brown and Moss are doing fantastic. Offensive line didn't give up a sack. Best offensive line Burrow's played behind. Period. Not even close. Dear sweet baby Jesus, this defense though, motherfucker. Cam Taylor-Britt played the worst game of his career. He was horrible in this game, just absolutely awful. Dax Hill does not want to tackle. Good cover corner. Cannot tackle to save his fucking life. You get him one-on-one space, and the other guy is going to get past him.
Yeah.
DJ Turner, good player. I like him. Geno Stone and Von Bell, disappointing. Why is Jordan Bell not getting playing time? Trey Hendrickson got hurt, although it sounds like he's going to play against Baltimore, so that's good news. Defensive line creating absolutely no pressure. Probably the worst defensive line in football. Absolutely atrocious, especially in the AFC North. That's inexcusable. Now there's injuries up front. I get it, but still, I mean, Miles Murphy and McKinley Jackson coming back and isn't going to get you the 30 set. It isn't going to take you from 32 to top 5. It's going to take you from 32 to 29. It's just really sad. Logan Wilson, good ball player. Very good ball player. Bengals' 2 best defensive players are white guys. That lets you know where we're at. So yeah, that's where we're at. Evan McPherson, goated. Ryan Rico, goated. He's 1 punt away from being eligible to be in the record books. If that 1 punt doesn't go horribly, he will have the highest average in NFL history.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. Ryan Rico, you're a legend. Great set of special teamers in Rico and McPherson. I was texting my brother the other day and I was like, you know what? I know why we lost to the Commanders. It's because we got an elite punter, but we don't use him. It was funny. It was funny. I thought it was funny. Anyways, it's because they didn't punt against Commanders. That's why. That was the joke. Anyways, defense, figure shit out. We're playing Baltimore this week. Offense, though, let me just say something. Here's where you're getting a little mini rant here. And this is targeted at a very specific man. His name is Emmanuel Acho on whatever fucking show he's on because ESPN fired him because they realized he didn't know jack shit. I'm gonna show you two QBs here. Right? These are stat lines. So I put a little something I put together here.
I think I know which two they are.
One of these QB. Oh, before I say anything, actually, decide which of these QBs you believe is better, in your personal opinion, just looking at their stats.
Well, from the stats, it would be B, right?
I don't know if there's much of a conversation that it's B, honestly. Now, granted, it's not like it's head and shoulders above, but I mean, in every single category except yards per attempt, he's above. And I will say also this quarterback B plays in a more pass-heavy offense than quarterback A. So, Daniel, are you in agreement? B's playing bear football? This is through 4 games.
What about rush yards?
Okay, we're not talking about rush yards. We're talking about quarterback play right
How
now.
about Madden rating?
Our own conversation to have about Madden ratings, but that's for another day. Jesus Christ, man. But anyways, so contrary to popular belief, the one on the left is not Patrick Mahomes. Because if it was Patrick Mahomes, it would be even a sadder conversation.
It would be even worse.
It'd be even worse.
He's going like 5 picks this year, no?
Yeah, no, Patrick Mahomes is having a bad season. Still the MVP favorite through most betting apps, but he's no, yeah, he is.
Oh,
Bengals still has
apps. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Vegas still has him as the favorite.
Our king, Sam Darnold.
Oh no, yeah, no. Vegas still has Mahomes as the favorite. But yes, no, anyone who knows anything knows Mahomes is not the favorite anymore. No, this is the quarterback who Emmanuel Acho went on his show and said Joe Burrow is not in the stratosphere of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I called it.
Yeah, I knew you knew. As soon as you said rushing yards, I knew you knew. Lamar Joe. So Acho. Obviously, they're playing the Ravens this week, so that's why they were having this conversation. But point being, the Joe Burrow disrespect because the Bengals are 1-3 is getting ridiculous. He is by most metrics, through 2024, either the first or second best quarterback in the AFC. Which
not
first or second
like
best
quarterback powerhouse of the NFC this year.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. And it's so funny too.
Statistically.
When I sent you that tweet, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but it was like the best quarterback in every division right now. And they had Burrow as the AFC North quarterback because they know ball. And all the people in the comments were like, how is it Joe Burrow #1 in the AFC North? They're 1-3. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was a Bengals conversation. I thought this was just a quarterback conversation. Joe Burrow is playing MVP fucking football right now. I'm going to say he's playing MVP caliber football. Are they winning games? No. Will they? If he keeps it up, absolutely. And he should be in the MVP conversation. Mic drop, I'm done. Okay.
I had a bone to pick with them putting Purdy ahead of Gino so far.
I also agree.
Huh?
I agree. I
think Gino's played better than Purdy this year.
But anyways, there's my mic drop moment. Anyways, despite the fact that they're 1-3, Joe Burrow is playing MVP level football, and it's not getting talked about enough because they're 1-3. Anyways, despite all that, I'm gonna still
Felix losing season Cy Young year.
Maybe honestly, if they don't, the thing is. I just think the voters have never respected Burrow. Honestly, his 2021 and 2022 seasons should have at least been good enough to get MVP votes, and he didn't get any.
I agree.
So I just don't know.
2021 especially.
Yeah. So yeah. Panthers. Not a bad football team with Dalton at the helm, I'll say that.
Elite offensive lines from the metrics.
Yeah, no, honestly. Defense is not good. I'll say that. The Panthers defense is bad. JC Horn's still a good corner. And you go to good old Mike Jackson made some plays against T. Higgins in coverage, but yeah, the Panthers defense is bad. They're but their offenses with Dalton at the helm's been much, much better. And even Bryce, they cut to him on the sideline every now and again. He's smiling, he's talking to Dalton, like he's on the Surface tablet with them. He looks like he's having fun again, which good for him. Good for him. Anyways, Jacksonville, Houston. Next up, you want to talk about Jacksonville selling? I'll give you the floor here, Rob.
Yeah, so supposedly Walker Little, Devin Lloyd is going to be available. I'm blank. There's one other name that I read that was going to be available, but I'm having trouble remembering who it was. But they are selling it big time, so I'd love to take a shot at Devin Lloyd. That's someone I consider trading for. And I think Walker Little is probably going to go for much more than what he's worth for how desperate
Walker
teams
Little
are
being
for
available does
quarterback.
absolutely nothing for me. He has
No.
been bad in the NFL.
No, but teams are so desperate for anything. The O-line. I'm blanking on the last name who was available, but I know it was Devin Lloyd and Walker Little.
Travon Walker.
Hey, I although that's gonna be a price tag, man. But like, hey, I'd
Yeah.
spin those wheels.
Shoot, the price tag for him is the contract. The price tag.
Oh, that's
might
what I'm
not
talking
be the
about.
trade
That's
value,
what I'm
it's gonna be
talking
the
about.
contract.
Yeah, that's I meant it quite literally.
Gosh, what an all-time bust, man! Horrible pick.
I
Horrible
called it. I was
pick.
like, this is I remember calling.
No,
it.
we both called it. We were there together. We were like, this is dumb.
And we knew
But-
it was gonna be Walker, but it was like, I was like, yeah, I know he's a freak in the gym, but like, I never. It's like, it's not that you didn't see it. It's like,
Right. Just didn't really make a ton of sense. Especially over Hutch, and obviously,
an incredibly polished pass rusher.
yeah.
That was just that one was unforgivably bad.
Yeah, history has shown that was the wrong pick. Devin Lloyd's been okay for him, I guess. I was
He
gonna say
has.
none of Jacksonville's first round picks in the Peterson era have worked out. I wouldn't say that because Lloyd's been solid for him.
Devin Lloyd wasn't a first round pick.
Yeah, it was. It was back in. They trade back into the
That
top
was
of the
Travis
first round.
Etienne.
No, they Devin Lloyd was a first
Devin
round
Lloyd
pick.
was a second round pick.
Why are you gonna give me one? I'm right.
Pretty sure about this one. I think I'm right about this one.
You're literally questioning the living
I
draft
know,
encyclopedia
I
on
know.
this. Devin Lloyd round
God
one, pick
damn
27.
I was convinced he was a second round pick.
They traded back up using their second round pick, but no, he was first round pick. He's been a good player. Anton Harrison, I actually don't know much of how he's doing there right now. I guess if Walker Little's on the trade block, maybe they feel okay moving on from him.
Looking at those draft classes they had, they're so bad.
Yeah, no. There was some. I can't. It might have been Computer Cowboy. I don't remember who it was, but it was somebody like put out like all their draft picks since 2020, and boy,
There's
rough.
a lot of misses for how much capital they had.
Yeah, it's rough. It is rough. Here you go. Player grades. I'm gonna see how Anton Harrison's doing. Quarterbacks. No, I want offensive tackles. Anton Harrison. Give me Anton Harrison. Oh, he's not in the top 50. That's not great. 67 out of 75 qualifying players.
Oof.
That's not great. Man, how's a Marius Mims that low? Marius Mims at 71. I not thought he was that bad. I thought he was really good on film, actually. That's kind of wild. Sometimes
Take
you
it with
can't
a grain of
trust
salt.
PFF grade.
Gotta take
Yeah,
it.
you can't trust PFF grades for everything, but Anton Harrison at 67 out of 75. Stone Forsythe, good old source Forsythe at 72.
He's really not played that bad. It's been the guards. And like Christian Haynes played way better than Anthony Bradford. It's time to put Christian Haynes.
I want a quick Eric All look up here.
Like maybe
Eric
they're both-
All, number 11 tight end in
There you
the league on
You know who has
offensive.
surprised me for the positive? Speaking of tight ends,
What's that?
AJ Barner.
Yeah,
He's been
look at
better
that. He's
than-
number 14.
What?
Yeah.
He's with how bad the reports were coming out of practice. The fact that he's been a solid blocking tight end, I'm pretty happy with it.
Gosh, man, my next with how much I talk about him on the pod, my next jersey might have to be an Eric All jersey. I love that guy.
That's risky with how his injury history is.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I don't want to jinx it. Hey, Chase Brown, number 8 running back in the NFL too.
Nice.
This is a PFF offensive grade. Hey, you know who's number 1?
Who?
Kenny Walker.
Oh.
David Montgomery's number 4, by the way, Daniel. Just give you some love too. Jahmyr Gibbs at 17 as well. So 2 top 20 guys.
Got the best running back tandem in the game today, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Too bad this
Quarterback.
isn't 15 years ago.
QBs. Man, Jared Goff's still down here at 26. Honestly, with QBs, though, that's their offensive grade. Burrow's running grade brings him down so much because he just doesn't do it. So I'm just going to go passing grade. Look at that. He moves up to number 5 when I do that. Carr, Purdy, Dalton, Rodgers, Burrow. Hell yeah. Those are the 4 I want to be behind. Anyways, I could go down the PFF rabbit hole all day. Point being, Anton Harrison
we
has not
are
been good either.
dragging today.
Yeah, I know. We're halfway through last week's games. We haven't gotten to picks yet. Houston came back in this one. Jacksonville's selling literally and figuratively. Yeah, they're in tank mode right now. Doug Peterson. How many games does Peterson last? Let's see. What game does he get fired after? Let's make a pick here. They're gonna beat the Colts this weekend because it's at home. So there you go. Now, Bears.
Bye
They could
week
lose.
after the Lions.
Oh,
agree.
yep. That's where it happens. Bye week after the Lions. Good call. Good call out.
And Jim Bob Cooter. No, not Jim Bob Cooter. Who's Press Taylor, head coach.
Press Taylor. No, Press
He's-
Taylor probably gets fired too.
Press Taylor's getting fired.
Press Taylor might get fired before Peterson does. In fact, he probably will. Press Taylor's gonna get shit canned and scapegoated before Doug Peterson does.
Oh yeah, big time.
Houston comeback win. The fact they needed a comeback win at home against Jacksonville is a little concerning, but they're fine. They're fine. I think Daniel, you put in the chat that Houston might be a little overrated, but and I agree.
Right
He's
now,
coming
they're
around
good, but they're a
to your
little
narrative.
sloppy at the
Yeah.
moment.
Washington, Arizona.
They brought the boom on the Cardinals.
Jane Daniels is that guy. He's pretty good.
Jane Daniels is good. Jane Daniels is a
Yeah,
good
good.
football player.
Cliff
Yeah,
Kingsbury gonna get another job.
he probably will. Honestly, I was starting to think about this. Yeah, he almost certainly will at this rate.
I feel bad for that team.
Right.
They're gonna
But
fall
I-
off. They're gonna fall off after the halfway point, like Cliff Kingsbury always does.
No, but that was because he had Kyler who'd hop on Call of Duty at the halfway point every year.
He did it in college too.
That's true too. That's true too.
And he had Patrick Mahomes.
This whole time we thought it was Kyler playing Call of Duty. That was the reason they fell off. It was actually Cliff Kingsbury playing Call of Duty.
It would be funny if like they came across each other in a lobby. Oh, coach, what's up?
Oh, hey coach, how's it going? How's Taiwan been?
Thailand.
Actually, that needs to be an AI combo. Why has no one done that like Cliff Kingsbury in Taiwan last year and Kyler
Thailand,
rehabbing or Thailand, not Taiwan,
And that was 2
Thailand.
years ago.
Yeah, or 2 years ago. Yeah, when Kyler was rehabbing and Cliff Kingsbury was
Like those, like,
unemployed.
Trump, Obama, Biden gamer ones.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. When you had Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, one of those. They're just in a Call of Duty lobby, just
And Cliff Kingsbury blows like a lead late.
and then gets pinned on Kyler.
Yep.
Yep. Arizona offense. Honestly, if I'm Arizona, I'm more concerned about how your offense only put up 14 points against Washington's defense.
Yeah.
So, New England, San Francisco. This game went about as you'd expect. San Francisco played sloppy. Actually, I watched parts of this one. San Francisco played a
penalties.
sloppy football game. Yeah.
All right. Report time, Mr. Lisenby.
Yeah, this game was a pain to watch. I know we talk about how the Broncos game was worse. This was both these teams suck, guys. I don't know what else to say. I think I mentioned some things on Sunday or after I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically the Raiders have no offense. Their running game is atrocious. Their whole line's garbage.
Your whole line's really bad. Really bad.
But here's the kicker, guys. Defensively, the Raiders are pretty good. But granted, Cleveland's offense is also garbage, and Deshaun Watson is garbage. You know what was kind of telling, though? There were a lot of Browns fans at that game. I didn't see a single Deshaun Watson jersey in the in the stands.
Well, and they no, your boy wasn't playing that game either. Max Crosby was out.
Max Crosby was out. That's true. Yeah.
That's right.
And they still got pressure on Deshaun Watson. You know, I think I mentioned this in the chat too. Deshaun Watson made one single really good play. He gets out of pressure deep in his own territory, finds a wide open Amari Cooper like on a post route. Amari Cooper takes it to the house, but gets called back for holding. I was cheering.
I saw that play
loud for that when that happened.
Funny.
I was like, let's go.
And the worst part of the whole punishment's no phone. That's
right.
Some evilness.
Dude. Another part too is like Cleveland, they got a fumble recovery eventually, and they took it back for a touchdown, and they got the lead, right? Actually, did they get the lead? No,
they were down 10 at that point.
Yeah.
They were down 20-10, but they took it back, right? You think they're gonna go within 3? Nah, they missed the extra point. This game was a clown show, guys. I feel bad for the fan bases of both of these teams, man. This game was terrible to watch. It's so bad. Like the commentary team was like CBS's like number 6 or 7.
Oh man,
that game. It wasn't bad, but it was like unfamiliar.
As much as we hate it, as much as we shout on Denver, New York, this was such a bad game too, man.
Oh yeah,
it was really.
Oh
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, Deshaun's terrible. Gardner Minshew's terrible. Both offenses are terrible. Both defenses are pretty good. But, you know, both offenses are terrible. So the defenses will probably look good. Yeah.
Devontae might have played his last snap with the Raiders a few weeks ago. It might be.
I was going to say, Devontae didn't really do anything this game. Did he even
play? He was hurt. He didn't play.
Okay, yeah. Because I don't remember seeing him there.
He was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing.
He came up with a limp hamstring in practice.
You know, watching this game is the only reason I know who Trey Tucker and Zamir White are.
I know who Zamir White is.
He's not good.
He's not good. He was bad. He's been bad. He was good against the Chiefs on Christmas last year.
He was.
Yeah, sure.
I liked them coming out of college.
Yeah.
All these Georgia running backs always fool me.
He has been great.
Nick Chubb.
Except Nick Chubb.
Jerome Ford for Cleveland was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, one more really big note. Amari Cooper's washed. Even if that touchdown stood, he's washed, bro. The reason Deshaun had his pick, it literally bounced off Amari Cooper's hands and it went right into a defender.
That one was really bad. I did see that one.
Yeah, dude. Amari Cooper, the man's washed. He's not nowhere near what he used to be. Also, shout out Robert Spillane for the Raiders. Really, really good.
I love Robert Spillane.
He's actually he's a dog. He's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it from that game.
Chiefs, Chargers. The two big highlights were that Lad McConkey catch.
That game low-key wasn't great either.
It was not, no.
And Patrick Mahomes hurting one of his best receivers.
His best receiver, to be quite frank, on an interception return.
Oh man,
Is
Travis
it
Kelce will come
confirmed
back.
it's a tear?
No, not yet. But he was placed on IR. So
Could
he's at
happen
least
to a
out for the
better person.
foreseeable future. Right, exactly. And you know what? People, all these Chiefs fans are grandstanding. Like, how could you root for like an injury? And I'm like, it's not that I was rooting for the injury, but also, and my point on this was, he should have been suspended. So the
Ball don't
injury
lie.
god said, "Ball don't lie."
Well, do you see the video of Rasheed Rice's mom stealing packages?
I did see that. That
It's
was
like you,
crazy.
your son is in the NFL. Why?
Your son is a multi-millionaire, many multi-millionaire. You do not need to be stealing packages off porches in
Oh
apartment
my
buildings.
God.
Rough look. Definitely a rough look for the Rice family. It's been bad couple days for them.
Bad year. Jesus.
Bad year. Yeah, right. Bad year. For the Chargers, I don't know. There's not many takeaways for the Chargers side of things.
Guess you kept it close.
They kept it close, but they got Mahomes in
They
the
had a
end.
10-0 lead for a lot of that game.
Yeah.
They did. I did see that.
They got all their
and
points
they-
the first quarter and then just petered out.
yeah. Offense not great. Not great in LA. J.K. Dobbins really didn't do much in this game. Especially considering they got 10-0 lead. You figure they'd be feeding him a
Yeah.
lot. He really didn't do much at all.
Speaking of a running back that did a lot, though, vintage Derrick Henry.
Y'all
Lamar
gave me
Jackson.
shit for taking
Oh.
the Ravens in this game, and look what happened.
That was good.
Okay, to be fair, I actually don't know if I really think the Ravens are much better after this game than I would going in. I just think the Bills got a little ahead of themselves. Got a little
They laid an
cocky.
egg.
They definitely laid an egg. And you know what's funny? They still could have come back and won if Joe Brady. I'm a big believer in momentum. If Joe Brady doesn't call that dog shit trick play, I think the Bills would have come back and won this game.
That was a bad play call.
It was so dumb. It was so dumb.
He's
I
not
think
Dan
we've
Campbell. He can't call trick plays and get away with
We've
it.
only seen one trick play from Ryan Grubb. It was the lateral.
Saw a few trick plays from Zach Taylor last year.
Yeah.
They didn't work. We saw 2 in one game against Jacksonville. Neither worked.
I don't think
We haven't
trick
seen one
plays other
since.
than I don't think trick plays other than flea flickers really work in the NFL. Players are just too fast.
Hook and ladders have been
Oh,
used
they
a
have
lot
been
recently,
working.
actually.
They have been working. Yep.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hook and ladders past couple weeks. Shout out to Detroit, they popularized it.
They did.
Dude, we're the only team that consistently gets trick plays to work, man. And everyone tries to
Yeah.
copy it, but they can't because
think
we're
you
the
see
perfect franchise and you're not.
You do see the trick special teams plays work more than the
Mhm.
offensive gadget plays.
Right. Yeah, I don't really have a ton of big takeaways from Baltimore and Buffalo. Honestly, Baltimore played a great game. Baltimore probably played their A+ game. I don't think Baltimore can play a better game than this on both sides of the football. Their offense line played great. Their defense played great, and those are two things I do not think are going to be consistent for them. Buffalo just absolutely laid an egg. Didn't stand a chance.
And Von
Okay,
Miller
you
is
nailed
now
this one.
suspended.
Josh Allen had that cool pass at least.
Yeah, he did. He did have one of the coolest passes I've seen in a long time when he was like falling out of bounds.
Von Miller
That's pretty
suspended.
Yep, that's not going to help him either. All
right,
right,
the
on
biggest
to
game of
Monday
the
games.
week. The biggest game of the
Tennessee-Miami.
week. Tennessee, Miami.
Oh gosh, this
Mason
game,
Rudolph
and
did.
then Will
Another
Levis
Will
got
Levis
hurt, so it
game.
ended up being Mason Rudolph versus Tyler Huntley.
Oh, gosh.
You got a
And
fourth
Mason
straight
Rudolph
Will
way
Levis
outplayed him.
defense.
The meme king.
Mason Rudolph way outplayed Tyler Huntley in this one. Tyler Huntley, which is funny because Tyler Huntley was the passing leader for 96 yards. Needs to be talked about. Tyreek Hill has not scored a touchdown in Miami that was not thrown by Tua Tagovailoa,
Interesting.
That's an indictment.
which
It's
Tua
it's an
has
arrest.
been hurt for a lot of the games he's played there. So
Have you seen those memes of Tony Pollard at Dallas versus at
yeah, he's like
Tennessee?
balding. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Bruh. Hey, Tony Pollard did a good game though. Got in the end
Yeah.
zone a few times. He had a great game.
Bet he misses Big D now.
Yeah. Well, he's back home in Tennessee. I'm sure he enjoys that too.
We talked this
Yeah.
game to death a lot last episode. I don't know how much there's more to cover about it.
Yeah, in Detroit, Seattle. Okay.
We
Seahawks,
did- we did
Lions.
get- yeah, we did get in quite a bit about it last week, but Lions played
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I got something to
Played a
say.
great football game.
18 for 18, 292 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. The best quarterback game that has ever been played in this godforsaken league by the perfect quarterback on the perfect franchise with the perfect OC, ran by the perfect head coach. Oh my God, man.
Perfect
my
quarterback
God. And against the Seahawks on Monday Night Football, bro. Great.
Dude, Travis
absolute
Gibson
greatness
oof.
on television.
Travis Gibson
On-
had such a bad game. He hit that and a face mask. Oof.
That's what
note,
you get, Robert. That's
uh,
what you get for getting rid of Shane Waldron. You have to have something go back your way, and that was Travis Gibson. Who can't
Of
cover Jared
note-
Goff on a wheel route, bro.
Of note here, because of Jared Goff's excellent, I might add, performance on Monday Night Football, he will be the thumbnail of this episode of the pod. Detroit is on a bye week, so they escaped the curse for 1 week. But I'm putting all my money on Dallas in a couple weeks. I'll just say
Oh
that.
yeah, they're gonna go into Jared World riding high, America's game of the week, and they're gonna lose.
Yeah. So
It's because
hate to
you
say it,
want
Daniel.
you guys want them to lose.
I didn't. Hey, I didn't curse him. You're the one. He's the one who went 18 for 18 for 200 something yards, like you said.
Yeah,
You're
if he doesn't
rooting
want to get
against
cursed,
the
don't play
perfect
good.
franchise. That's not allowed. That's not
If you
allowed.
don't want to be cursed, don't play good.
Hey man, we might as well be the Bengals then, right?
Exactly. The Bengals will
Oof,
never be
oof.
cursed because they don't get. Honestly, I almost. No, I
5
never.
games a year.
I knew I wanted to make Jared Goff the
Because Red Rifle was
thumbnail.
last
Red
week's
Rifle was the thumbnail last year. It was either Jaden Daniels or Jared Goff, and I went with Jared
You,
Goff.
you don't want to put Daniel Jones on this week's thumbnail?
I did not. No, I went. Went against the grain and decided against that. Maybe next week though. But anyways, we're finally here to pick. Actually, Tampa, Atlanta, best Thursday night football game in a long time.
That was
Great
awesome.
offense. Jeez,
I wish
what a-
overtime would have gone on for longer.
I wish we had
Happy
college
Kirktober,
overtime.
baby.
I wish we had college overtime in the league, man. They changed in the kickoff to this. I know Rob likes the dynamic kickoff. I think it's dumb.
I like the dynamic kickoff for player safety.
I'm still against it. Bring back the regular kickoff and bring in college overtime. That's what
Just
we'll change.
remove the kickoff, if anything.
Just bring back Devin Hester, guys, and we won't have this discussion because we'll
Bring-
have
if
someone who can
we're gonna
return
take
kicks.
anything from the college game, I want the hashes. I want college hashes
Get them both. I'm all right with both.
and college formation rules.
I don't care as much about that.
I want it so that tackles don't have to be covered.
That doesn't make so much of a difference for me, honestly. I didn't realize they couldn't be covered. Or no, I knew tackles couldn't be covered in the league. Actually, I didn't realize they didn't have to be covered in college.
No, but you still have to. So the way it works is in college you can't declare eligible. So he's still ineligible, but you got to give up another ineligible. So
No.
I love some formation into boundary quads, sweeps. So it's like technically an unbalanced look, but like you just gotta have 7 on the line. But
Okay.
an uncovered, but you can leave your tackle uncovered, but they can't be eligible.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting. No defense was played tonight. Kirk Cousins threw 509 yards. Drake London, I was going up against him in fantasy. I did not enjoy going up against him in fantasy.
Wait, what are you talking about? I want to get some in fantasy.
I went up against Drake London in fantasy.
I did too. Pretty sure I did.
No, I'm looking at Drake London on Nate's team right now, and I played Nate.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. Kyle Pitts. Interchangeable.
Kyle Pitts only had 15 points. You're fine.
Yeah,
but
but
anyways,
Kirk had 30.
but you didn't
5.
go against Kirk either.
I did go against Kirk.
I'm looking at your team right now. You did not go against Kirk. Oh yeah, you did. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Thank you.
I'm an idiot. I misread it. Yeah, yeah. We both suffered.
We both had moments.
Thanks, Tampa, idiots. Honestly, I need to call my buddy Todd Bowles and tell him to never put a defensive performance like that up again.
I feel bad for Bijan Robinson having a one-on-one assignment with Vita Vea. Poor guy. He sacked Kirk so fast. That one.
Yeah. Anyways, boys, finally, after an hour and 19 minutes, we're on to
Oh
picks.
boy.
Picks for this week. And now that we're in the bye week season, there are less
Womp
games to
womp.
pick. So Detroit, Tennessee, Philly, and the Los Angeles Chargers. We will not be picking your games. See you next week. Jets, Vikings in London. Daniel, you want to talk about this game for us real fast?
Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. The New York Jets is just a layover in London before they fly out to Cairo for Aaron Rodgers to take his squad on an ayahuasca voyage in the city of Cairo, Egypt. This will be the match that determines that Nathaniel Hackett becomes the new head coach of the Jets club. And I say the Jets Football Club covers the spread in this matchup.
Wait, don't teams usually get buys after London games?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure. Yeah, actually, check week 6.
Yeah, Jets and Vikings both are bye in week 6.
Oh, but they're Monday night. No, Jets are on Monday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, but they do that the extra day. Never mind. I'm wrong. Oh, that used to be a thing that they would have to have a bye after the London game. I don't think it's like a mandatory thing anymore.
They're East Coast anyways. That's 3 hours.
Yeah. So, very well. Very well.
It's either 3 or 5. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I would
Jets
like to
cover the spread.
Jets Football Club.
Alrighty, Robert.
I am taking the Norse Vikings. The Raiders, the Pillagers.
The Pillages. Sounded like Trump.
I can't do a British accent, man.
Yeah, I can do a really bad one, so I'm just gonna lean into it for a minute. I agree. I will be going with the Minnesota Vikings in this one. Skull, as they say.
Up, get a pint with the lads.
The Danish faithful love to say, they always say skull. That's where the Vikings.
When they get a pint with the lads, they say skull. In their local.
In the pub. Okay. We're back to America. We're back to Chicago.
You ever see that video of Nigel Farage giving like a cameo to someone, like on their birthdays, like go out and have a couple of drinks with your friends. Up the raw. And then he's on a Irish news station being interviewed about that because that's like an IRA slogan or something. But he got baited through a cameo to say that.
Oh gosh.
Funny. Up the raw, Nigel.
Panthers, Bears. Rob, you're leading this one off. Bears are 4-point favorites at home, taking on Panthers squad. It's got a little juice to them right now.
Former Bear revenge game, maybe?
Andy Dalton revenge game, that's right.
However, I am not taking the Carolina. I think you're a fool to take them if they're not favored by 10.
The Carolina's not that bad. They're not good. They're not 10 points to Chicago bad. 4 points is a little too tight for me, though. So I agree. I'm also going to Chicago. But 10, come on, man.
Oh, a little buddy. Dave Canales, Shane Waldron.
Yeah, there you go. Daniel, you're up with Carolina, Chicago.
Yeah, the Bears. I think they beat that spread.
Alrighty. So Daniel's lone wolfing 2 times this week so far, and we'll see. Alrighty here. This is a game where I was gonna bring out the little stat sheet that I made, but I decided to just do it early. Ravens Bengals, first AFC North game of the year for both these teams. Ravens 2.5-point road favorites going into Cincinnati. Being talked up like they're the talk of the fucking town. Meanwhile, the Bengals are dog shit, according to the national media. With all of that going on, the Ravens win and cover. The reason I say that. My heart and my brain actually do tell me the Bengals are going to win this fucking football game. But last week I tried the reverse jinx and it worked, so I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to be picking against the Bengals so as long as it works. So that's why I'm picking the Ravens. But I think the Bengals will win. But give me the Ravens anyways. Daniel.
I think the Bengals cover, man. Honestly, I think the Ravens have a bit of a letdown game. I think the Bengals get a pretty good win.
You take, we don't have a better quarterback with the point situation here, sadly. So it makes my pick harder. Don't have that situation. Because Burrow's just
I heard.
Burrow's just not in the same stratosphere as Lamar, Look at those rushing yards.
Hold on, let me pick no.
I'm gonna
report you to Zoom HQ.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore here. Maybe they got a lot of confidence from last week. Is my only guess. It's a toss up for me.
Page or sorry, you said talking there.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. Dolphins Pats. Dolphins coming in as 1-point dogs on the road. Patriots, both these teams coming off losses. Patriots Sunday afternoon to the Niners, Dolphins Monday night to the Titans. It's in New England. Daniel, you're leading us off with this one.
This is probably the toughest game to predict this week, guys. Oh my god. Dude.
1 point is basically a pick.
I know, man. It's just that's a tough one to pick, man. They're both just bad.
They're bad. They're both really horrible teams right now.
They're both bad, and I gotta pick which one's gonna be less bad. Fuck, man. Honestly, you know what? Give me the Patriots, dude. I really hope I don't regret this pick because I know the Pats kind of struggle with the Dolphins, but they're at home. And you could argue they're better coached than the Dolphins are right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going Patriots because I think that's just a team that has a lot more fight going on, And I think it's going to be pretty ugly. If you lose to the Titans, man, it's like good. I was at home.
Yeah.
Dolphins usually struggle in New England.
Right. I'm in lockstep with you guys. I'm also going Patriots. I actually feel confident about this one.
Me too.
I don't.
Simply because and don't get me wrong, I don't think the Patriots are good by any means, but I do think they're a team that still is fighting them. This Dolphin team looks like they're just done. Like they look like they don't look like they want to or are capable of winning football games right now.
At the same time, though, Tyler Huntley could just come out of nowhere and just have a good game.
He could, but I think I trust Jacoby Brissett a little bit more than Tyler.
The Dolphins,
I definitely trust the the Patriots defense more than I trust the Dolphins defense.
That's fair. All right,
and they're at home, so that's where I'm at. I do hear your point though. Tyler Huntley's highs have been higher than Jacoby Brissett's highs for sure. So. Brownies, commies. Browns are 3-point dogs in Washington. Rob, go ahead.
I'm gonna ride the hot hand. I'm gonna go commies, man. They're looking great.
I agree. I know we joked about this being Daniel's punishment. I actually also watched Raiders Browns last week because it was an AFC North game. So of course I did.
Why? It's so bad. Why would you do that?
You got problems.
I had Red Zone on one screen. I had Raiders Browns on the other screen.
Just watch Red Zone. You don't need to watch that. That game was putrid, bro. I was counting down with the fucking timer. Like right when we got to the fourth quarter, I was just like counting down from 15. I saw about
the Browns are even defensively. They weren't like horrible, but they've definitely taken a step back. And this Kami's offense, man, they are flying high. I don't know if the Browns have seen an offense like this yet. Defensively, I mean, this is probably the defense that the Browns could put up some points on, but not enough. They're not going to keep up, especially on the road. So give me the Commies to cover.
I think we're about to see some absolute bullshit come out of this game. I got a sense that Jim Schwartz's defense is actually going to be pretty tough for Jaden Daniels. I think Cleveland covers.
Oh, there you go.
I've been
Lone
long.
wolfing it again. Me and Rob haven't differed on anything yet, but Daniels has now 3 lone wolf picks. No, 4 lone wolf picks. Yeah.
That includes tonight.
Um,
Yeah.
and I hope you're right about the Cincinnati Baltimore one. I'll just say that much. But all right. Indy Jacksonville swinging back around to me. Jaguars 3-point favorites at home, taking on the Colts. I'm gonna hedge my bet a little bit on this one because do I think the Jaguars win? Yes, because the Colts are cursed to always lose in Jacksonville. However, I do not think they win by 3, and there's always a chance the Colts can break the curse because the Jaguars are that bad. Give me the Colts. I think they cover.
Joe Flacco's still playing. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Oof. You know, I think if there's any time for this curse to be broken, it's going to be this year. So that kind of makes me think a little bit. But going 0-5 is hard to do, guys. It's really hard to go. Like, no matter how bad you are, it's really hard to go 0-5. And this is a stadium that the Colts haven't won in a decade. Keep in mind, the one win Jacksonville got in their 1-15 season was at home against Indy.
Yeah. Oh no, I acknowledge all that. I think the Jaguars win this game, but I just don't think they win by 3.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, it's tough, man. This matchup is it's just there's a lot of bogus things that happen. I think I'm with Beau. I'm gonna take the Colts to cover.
Are you guys kidding me? Come on. The Colts don't win in Jacksonville, and they're not even going to cover. Give me the Jags.
There you go. There you go. That's the first time anyone's picked the Jags in a long time, I think. Yeah.
I picked them to cover against the Bills.
Yeah, you
That
did.
went well.
Never mind. Never mind.
That
Ooh, this is a dandy here in the early slot. Buffalo, Houston. Buffalo, 1-point favorites going down to H-Town to take on the Texans and CJ Stroud. Daniel. Oh, this is Stephon Diggs' revenge game.
Yeah, this is a
by the way.
terrible one to predict. Oh man.
Daniel, you're leading us off.
Dude, this is a tough one. They're both because they're both pretty good. So it's like it's a tough one to pick. You know what? I think the Bills rebound. I think they win this game.
I won't. I'm just kidding. Like I said, Buffalo -1 is basically.
I think Houston's still. I think behind the Bills right now. Anyway, that's a whole other.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I think Stephon Diggs is going to go off and win it for him. So I'm going to take CJ Stroud with the points. Man, I wish this would have been Sunday Night Football.
How's Dallas Pittsburgh Sunday night over this? This one's a tough one for me, boys. I kind of hear where you're both coming from, and the Bills are a really, really good football team, and I don't think they show up like they did last week again. Same time, Houston at home, Stephon Diggs' revenge game factor. He could go off here. Houston's offense is on fire right now, and Buffalo's defense had some real issues. Screw it. Give me the Texans. That was a hard one, though. I'm with you. Vegas, Denver into the afternoon games. And this is the one I'll be watching and giving my report on next Thursday. Raiders, Broncos. Broncos 2.5-point home favorites. Rob, go ahead. You're leading us off.
This is a tough one to predict, but I'm just gonna lean on Broncos just because I think their defense is better. No Devontae. So Raiders looking like they might be picking one overall, man.
On one hand, the Raiders have not lost to the Broncos in a long time. Like they have an insane winning streak going on against the Broncos right now. On the other hand, if you've seen the Raiders injury report this week, it's not pretty. The Broncos aren't necessarily playing great football right now, but I think they're playing good enough to beat the Raiders at home. I might end up regretting it. In fact, I think I will. I think there's a good chance the Raiders actually win this game, but nope, screw it. I'm going Raiders.
No, that's a tough game, man. I'm also gonna go Raiders. The Broncos almost never beat them, man. Very rarely.
We got a Rob Lone Wolf, first one of the video.
Basically picking the Raiders for the same reason Rob picked the Jags.
The curse. And again, I think the Jags win. I just don't think they
I
win by-
completely forgot. Yeah, damn it. I forgot about that.
Cards, Niners. Niners 7.5-point home favorites against the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's fallen off a little bit the past couple weeks. They were flying high after they beat the Rams. Now they've lost 2 in a row. And Lions game
No
wasn't
fire
a
in the belly,
blowout.
man. No
The
shot
Lions
pokes.
game wasn't a blowout. The Commies game was a blowout. They usually get up for San Francisco. They don't necessarily beat them, but they get up for those games. I don't think they win this game.
Necessarily. They just don't.
They don't, yeah, to be clear. When's the last time the Cardinals beat the Niners? It can't
It's
have
been a
too
long
ago.
time.
Arizona beat San Francisco 2021. Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
That was the year that was the game Nick Bosa got hurt, I think.
Yeah. 7.5 though, because I think the Cardinals can hang with them offensively. Yeah, screw it. Give me the Cardinals. I think they cover.
Excuse me.
You know, I can envision like a 35-23 kind of game in favor of San Francisco. So I'll take the Niners to beat it.
Give me the Niners.
Now I get my lone wolf here. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. That was always a fun segment on NFL Network when they do the picks in the morning. That was when Coach Prime was still on NFL Network too.
yes.
They did the lone wolf if someone was the only one picking a team. That was a fun segment. Packers Rams, America's game of the week. That's America's game of the week. Okay. Packers 3-point road favorites in SoFi. Going down to LA. Daniel, you're leading us off.
I hate the Packers so much, guys. Garbage franchise. All of it. Their color is green, guys. Green is the color of
green.
vomit. Yellow is the color of
green.
vomit, bro.
Yellow's the color of piss.
Green is the color of the garbage cans. Like waste management, green and yellow.
That's true.
Packers. Give me the Rams to cover because the Packers is going to be a pretty high scoring game, and the Packers defense is pretty whack, to be honest. Yeah, but I could still see they winning.
Rob?
I'm gonna go Packers here. I just think they're a much more complete team than the Rams, especially with how beat up they are, man.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a lot of faith in the Rams right now, just with all the injuries they got. If they're fully healthy, I'd probably pick the Rams to win straight up here, but they're not. So, hey, it worked out that all of us ended up picking our own teams first. I got to pick Cincinnati first. Daniel got to pick Green Bay first, and Rob got to pick the Seahawks first. I tried to sneak that in real casual, and then I started laughing halfway through as soon as I saw Daniel's face. Rob, you're leading us off. Seahawks 6.5-point favorites against the Giants.
Seahawks are looking very healthy. The only dudes that are out right now are Byron Murphy and Jerome Baker, which is good. Everyone else is practicing. So that makes me feel more confident. So I'm going to actually take the Seahawks here, especially with no league neighbors.
Screwed yourself. I guess they broke the curse last week, so
yeah.
I'm also going Seahawks here. I just don't have a lot of faith in the Giants, period, at this point. And Seahawks are playing good ball on both sides of the football.
And not on both sides last week.
Not last week, but overall this year.
I'm going to test Rob's theory about the Lions. I still think Seattle wins, but I think the Giants cover.
The LOB effect?
Yeah, I want to test it for this game. Let's see if Seattle can still win by a touchdown or more, or if the LOB theory holds true.
Dallas, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 2.5-point favorites on Sunday Night Football. This actually, you know what's funny? They broadcasted this a lot during the Ravens-Bills game. This is the first time the Steelers and Cowboys have ever played on Sunday Night Football.
That is shocking.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I was shocked when I heard that myself. Give me the Steelers. I think they have a little bit of bounce back, and I just also have no faith in Dallas right now. Daniel.
Dude, I'm going to take Dallas.
All right, Rob.
This defense is so bad, man. And I think the Pittsburgh defense is so good. So the Steelers.
They were not that good against Joe Flacco. I'll say that much.
Joe Flacco's an elite quarterback.
Okay, fair enough. And Dak isn't. Yeah, you heard it here first. Actually, not here first. You heard that.
I have a lot of lone wolf picks. Jesus Christ!
You have a lot of lone wolf picks this week. You could be way ahead here pretty soon, actually, if you do well this week.
Dude, we'll see, man.
How many lone wolf picks we got here? We got one. Wait, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lone wolf picks this week for Daniel.
That's crazy.
This could either make or break you, or you could go 4-4 on them, and it doesn't really make a difference.
You'll either do
but you have a chance for one more because we have one more game to talk about. KC, New Orleans in Kansas City and Arrowhead. Chiefs 5.5-point favorites over the Saints on Monday Night Football.
I don't think I'm going to be lone wolf in here, boys. Give me Kansas City.
I think I'm going to be bold. I'm going to take the Saints.
Wow. Oh, there's a chance. All right.
You actually are going to be because I think the Chiefs are going to win. The Chiefs are going to win, but I think the Saints cover because the Chiefs only play ridiculously close games, I feel like.
I got 9 lone wolves.
You had 9 lone wolves. That's actually insane. What a week. What a week this could end up being for you. Or it could be the worst week ever.
For week 5.
There's 14 games this week, and you could lone wolf on 9 of them.
Hey, but I got 1 right so far. So
that's true. Hey, you're already 1 for 9. So there you go. So you're either gonna go 4-4 between Sunday and Monday, or you're gonna go 8-0 or 0-8. In which case, 0-8, you'd be struggling at that point.
So on to week 6, what would the punishment be? Because I'm either gonna crush you guys.
Oh yeah, let's look at what the punishment would probably be for week 6.
Ooh, Cleveland Philly's pretty bad.
Chargers Denver.
Ooh, Chargers Denver's rough.
But I'm gonna watch the Lions game, guys. Of course, actually that might be the punishment. Watching the Lions get screwed over in.
Jacksonville, Chicago.
Oh, there you go.
That's the worst.
In England
too. So you have to wake up early.
Yeah,
there it is. We found it. We found it.
That shit.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, boys. Well, that's it. Those are all the games. Daniel, good luck, my friend. You might need it. Or again, you could make us all look like fools here in a few weeks, and then you get to be the new host, I guess. I don't know. Actually, that would.
What game will you be enjoying this week, Beau?
I will be watching Raiders Broncos.
Oh boy.
Have fun.
Yep. Well, I will say for some, and I don't know how the math would work out on this because I doubt there's any way. If you win, you're gonna win big. If you lose, you're gonna lose big. If there's any way that you do end up tying one of us, you're definitely gonna win the tiebreaker. So,
Yeah.
all right, boys. That's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. This is a good one. Some of my favorite sidetracks I think we've ever had with the head coach predictions. Closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
So many lone wolves, man. We're on different wavelengths, I guess, man. So either work out for me or it's gonna go real badly. We shall
That's the
see.
fun.
Closing thoughts, Mr. Rob.
If one of us hires Big AJ, all of us hire Big AJ. What does it look like? Oh, it's